Tonight, wildfire has ravaged the historic gold rush town of Chinese Camp. The fire in Tuolumne County, just one of more than a dozen after lightning moved through the region. Live Copter 3 capturing the destruction, homes on fire, historical buildings from the 1800s are now ash. Thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Curtis May.
And I'm Andrea Flores. Crews believe those fires were all sparked by lightning, and the fires range in size from just 11 acres to more than 3,000 acres. All told, the complex of fires has burned more than 9,300 acres. CAL FIRE is now grouping the fires, calling them the TCU September Lightning Complex. CAL FIRE says they're doing this because this is a better way to organize their resources.
So tonight we're focusing on two regions with mandatory evacuations. On the left, Calaveras County along Highway 4 near the town of Murphys. And we're also following that fire in Tuolumne County that destroyed homes in Chinese Camp north of Don Pedro Reservoir.
Our team is covering these fires tonight. We begin with KCRA 3's Peyton Headley in Chinese Camp, getting a closer look at the destruction there tonight. So Peyton, you've been on the ground there for hours. How many homes have burned?
Yeah, well, we know that numerous homes have burned, as evident by happening right behind me, but CAL FIRE wasn't able to give us an exact number on how many structures have seen damage or been destroyed by this fire. This right here, we're at the corner of Main Street and Red Hill Road. We weren't able to pass Main Street earlier because they had some power lines down in the intersection, but now we're getting a closer look at the fire and the destruction that's still happening here. As we pan further right, you can see the PG&E crews and fire crews that are still out here working to get a handle on these flames, and more properties with flames and smoke enveloping them as this fire continues to burn. When we first pulled into the community of Chinese Camp at about 5:45 this afternoon, plumes of black smoke filled the horizon. Fires were burning in fields and on properties. Retardant drops were hard to see behind clouds of thick smoke. As we pulled in closer into a neighborhood along Red Hill Road, we saw the destruction this fire left. The flames tore through homes, properties, cars, and power poles as the wind spread embers up and down the neighborhood. From there, we drove along Highway 120 towards Sims Road. We're a little less than a mile from Red Hill Road right now, and you can see just how far this fire spread. Multiple homes here along Highway 120 are also burning. Propane tanks on one of the properties sending flames shooting up into the air. And by the time we got back to Red Hills Road just before 8 o'clock tonight, another property, another home had gone up in flames, joining a number of properties that have burned on this stretch of road here. And as the sun begins to set, you can see those huge flames and the embers that they're sending off with the smoke and the wind.
Anytime that you see any type of destruction, it's tough.
Jamie Williams with CAL FIRE says it's been a challenging day with this fire as just one of more than a dozen fires they're battling.
So our priority is life, and then property, and then protecting the resources. So we do our best to get people out of the way, get them safe.
And another big concern for crews out here has been power lines and power poles. You can see this section here. This is at Red Hills Road and Main Street, this intersection where a tree has come down, and tangled within it is a bunch of power lines, and there's even more pieces of it on this side of the intersection as well. So we've seen a lot of PG&E crews out here as well. So as we know that a number of structures did burn on this section, we have seen some that were spared by this fire. Those, however, are closer in that direction towards Highway 20 near the Chinese Camp General Store. We did ask the spokesperson for CAL FIRE if they will have their nighttime helicopters flying tonight, and they said they won't, though we have heard a number of helicopters flying above, so unclear what those are, but they did mention that is not their overnight team. We're live in Chinese Camp. Peyton Headley, KCRA 3.
Yeah, you can hear that overhead activity right above you. Peyton, thank you so much for the update. An evacuation center for this fire is open at the Sonora Senior Center in Sonora. The address there is 540 Greenlee Road. Officials tell us pets are allowed, and animal control is at the shelter helping evacuees.
So we're also following a large fire burning near the town of Murphys in Calaveras County.
So here's a look at the evacuation area from a CAL FIRE website. The red zones are mandatory mandatory evacuations, and those run from Vallecito to Murphy's. Now we can zoom into the map and show you some of that detail. The evacuations are south of Main Street in Murphy's, north and west of Highway 4, an area surrounding 6 Mile Road. And among the businesses in the mandatory evacuation zone, the Ironstone Winery and Amphitheater and part of Murphy's historic Main Street. The yellow areas are evacuation warnings, and that means you should be ready to leave at a moment's notice.
There is an evacuation shelter set up at Bret Harte High School. This is in Angels Camp on Murphy's Grade Road. And a Tuolumne County casino is stepping up to help those forced from their homes. The Black Oak Casino Resort is offering free rooms to anybody under mandatory fire evacuation orders. You'll need valid California ID showing your address is in the evacuation zone, and they're also allowing people with RVs to park there.
And we continue our team coverage right now with KCRA 3's Andres Valle live near Murphy's. So what are you seeing out there tonight, Andres?
Yeah, Andrea, so we're on 6 Mile Road. Ironstone Amphitheater is right towards the front of me, but behind me is where you can see a lot of these hot spots along this hill. So that fire is still actively somewhat burning, at least on this side of the ridge. But we have seen a couple of fire crews on the ground here in this area, flashing lights, checking on these hot spots throughout the night. So the good news is we're not seeing any active smoke or large plumes of smoke right now, but as you can see from the glow of this ridge, we are still dealing with those hot spots, and the breeze has been picking up a tad bit, so we haven't seen a whole lot of embers fly out. But we did speak to a couple people tonight who are really grateful that fire crews really stepped up to contain this fire.
I've never seen one of those. That's really impressive.
From the air and from the ground, CAL FIRE working to contain the 2-7 fire near Murphy's in Calaveras County. The fire forcing people to evacuate.
The Watch Duty app just kept buzzing, and I'm thinking, oh, it's Copper. Oh, it's south of here. No, it's right in my next door. It's in my backyard.
Kimber Nealon taking her 3 cats and 3 dogs and packing her essentials in her car, watching in awe on the side of Highway 4 as crews battle the flames.
It's just amazing what CAL FIRE can do. I'm actually retired CAL FIRE IT, so I'm watching my guys do what they do best. They are the best at what they do in this unit.
Other evacuees, like David Ranker, closely watched their properties.
We were worried about it coming down there because it's not insured.
Telling us fire insurance priced him out.
I can't afford that. I'm retired.
But still confident fire crews can spare his property.
That's just mopping it up there. I mean, that's not going to get any further than that.
And while they wait along the highway for evacuation orders to be lifted, they're reminded that it's vital to always have a plan for when a fire sparks.
Just be ready, be prepared, have that go bag, have your pets, leashes and collars near the door, have your crates ready, have your documentation. It's so important, and it's really easy to do, especially living up here.
Now that's all good advice that you just heard right there. Back out here live, you can see a fire crew shining his flashlight over there, checking on some of these hot spots out here. So yeah, there's still a lot of areas that are still actively burning along this ridge. But again, fire crews will be remaining out here throughout the night, checking on things as they are working to again contain this fire here. So for right now, we're live here in Murphy. Andres Valle, KCRA 3 News.
All right, Andres, thank you.
And we want to check in now with KCRA 3 meteorologist Heather Waldman. So Heather, we've seen a lot of fire activity. What are you seeing out there tonight?
Yeah, and I want to start by showing you the fire temperature map. So this is a satellite view where the satellite is picking up on heat signatures from the fire. And it's kind of a stark and sobering difference here, right? The 2-7 fire, that's where Andres just was, not seeing a pronounced heat signature here. You saw that there were some flames, but the fire burning at a less of an intensity compared to this afternoon. Meanwhile, the 6-5 fire, this is the one near Chinese Camp into the town of Chinese Camp. Yeah, a couple of flare-ups there just over the past hour, and we know from Peyton's view that That is because homes and properties are burning. So this fire near Chinese camp, this was a scary one. This was the one that was driven by the winds and the terrain. Earlier, it started to the south, just to the west of Lake Don Pedro. It burned over lots of grass and dry brush. It's had weeks to dry out with plenty of heat through the month of August, too. So the fire made it into Chinese camp, and we do know that Peyton was along this road here. That is where we did see some homes burning. Highway 120 there just off to the east. Air temperature right now 81 degrees, humidity still at 40%. Winds are lighter. That's the good news for tonight. The winds are going to stay light. Now up into the fire that's burning near Murphy's, burning to the south of Murphy's. The wind has shifted direction from this morning or from this afternoon. Earlier it was blowing from the south. Now it's blowing from the north. But again, here too, the wind very light. But just like the fire near Chinese camp, this fire had a lot of dry grass and brush, so it was able to grow very quickly. Air temperature right now 74 degrees, humidity improving, winds calm. So all of the weather conditions right now, at least somewhat favorable for firefighters. But as we go through tomorrow, we're going to watch the winds again. They will be light in the morning, but just like this afternoon, that onshore breeze, that upslope flow will start to pick up again. So firefighters, as they typically do in the foothills, will have to deal with those wind shifts throughout the day. Back to you.
All right, thank you. And we're going to have to wait to daybreak to see what survived today's fire in Chinese camp. But we dug into our archives to show you what this historical town in Tuolumne County was right up until tonight. Camp was a collection of weathered, abandoned, boarded-up buildings 175 years after the gold rush. The community came alive in 1848, a bustling mining town with a hotel, saloons, blacksmiths, and $2.5 million in gold pulled from the earth. Chinese settlers mined that gold, and they built this rock wall by hand, designed to keep the cattle out. This red brick building, it was the town's post office. This white building with a bell up top was the Catholic Church. Roughly 100 to 150 people still lived here. Now, Live Copter 3 overhead showing the indiscriminate destruction. Modern-day homes and structures peppered inside this town steeped in history on fire. Historical buildings, too. This one at the corner of Main and Highway 120. Here's how the abandoned Gold Rush era building looked last year on Google Street View. The destructive fire of September 2nd, 2025, writing the next chapter in Chinese camp's storied history. And Live Copter 3 was in the air when a lightning strike hit near a farm in Stanislaus County. That strike starting this fire. This is just off Wilms Road. It happened before 6:30 this evening.
And a KCRA 3 viewer sending us this video from the fire burning in Calaveras County. They say this was taken near 6 Mile Road, just a few hundred yards from where the fire started. In it, you can see when they first see that smoke plume from the fire. The video then skips ahead, and you can see a firefighting aircraft flying in to make a drop in that area, and you can see just how large that smoke cloud could be seen and grew throughout the afternoon.
And as we mentioned, those fires started after a swarm of thunderstorms moved across the region. The governor's office of emergency services reported more than 9,600 strikes within these first 2 days of September statewide. We are following the storms, the fires they've sparked, and the evacuations underway throughout this hour. And as always, you could find the latest information on the KCRA 3 app and on KCRA.com.